afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane. Master Propaganda Hero, like Defender of the Fatherland, off here to 1 vs 1 on Arnhem Checkpoint. In the south, it is Angreifen, fighting for Germany, Deutschland, rolling out here with the Feldherrn Panzerdivision with Grand Offensive. Versus the north, it is FK9DD, fighting for King and Country, the Commonwealth, rolling out here with the 6th Guards Tank Corps, and he's got here Airborne Troop Tactics with double infantry and 1 unit bulletin versus here Panzer Fusilier, medical supply bulletins and Panzerschreck bulletin. Note, yeah, that's probably should apply to the Panzerschrecks of all the units. Anyways, Panzer start here for Angreifen, going up to solid score 2, Sturmpanzers heading westwards. Doubling the year's conscripts here for FK9DD. Noting no special rifle command, he just wants to grab more territory fast versus his opponent. He likely will be seeing a bunch of SVT-40 semi-automatic rifles, that way put pressure on Angreifen. Sturmpionier Panzerlier dutifully heading westwards, though of course in terms of openings from the Oberkommanders and a southern player, really, it's a bit of an unusual opening since there's actually no effort towards the east, which is usually where a player will focus his effort. Instead he's pushing hard west here, likely in part to disrupt his opponent, but could also just be a way to sort of completely throw his opponent off by just securing territory there. So we'll have to see what it ends up with. But we got the second Panzer squad moving out, then moving towards the centre there to grab the point that actually connects all of the western territories here for Angreifen. Otherwise, it's not going to matter much. Sturmpioneers heading forwards. Panzerliers seizing the cut-off point there. Conscripts arriving. Grab the point here. Nothing further. There we go. Shots being fired here. Sturmpioneers and engineers closing in there aggressively. Panzerliers they're hanging back. And I feel like he shouldn't be trying to grab the point while the Sturmpanzer is charging in to get focused down. I feel like the Panzer should be backing up here to win the engagement. Then he can counteract in the territory. This I really feel like just ends up making the engagement, I think, too easy here for FK9D to beat him with, possibly, though. He then ends up committing the same mistake. You know, he could have moved in the conscripts from another side to clearly win it, but in this case, if the Panzer is out in the open, the conscripts are holding to heavy cover, so I can see him working up bad here for FK9DD, but still part of me feels like that could have been executed a bit better there. More Panzerliers that are arriving here to that way up and doing the concept by the trucks, and now FK9D is being punished for this move. He's seizing into the east here. Again, basically all the engineers have been sort of either been based in the west, of course, now moving up east, and that's in the regard. We can see FK9D stopping near Gambit paying off as Angreifen, seizing more territory, and of course that way, you know, at least getting some fuel compared with Angreifen, whose disruptive pass there didn't, well, quite pan off for him. At least not yet has sort of successfully done anything. Conscripts keep around to the senior Panzers to the house, but with no windows in the side there, they can't support the squad here, so they get focused down, and certainly I think further puts the engagement in favour of FK9DD, and similarly he just can get shot there for free inside the house, so he needs to reposition and I think reconsider his tactics. Sturmpanzers, they're not reinforcing, I think he's forgotten about that, got to focus on the front line. 4th squad on the way there for FK9DD. 4th squad on the way, coming right there, taking fire there from the Panzer Fusiliers. All good, all nice and dandy. Panzer versus the conscripts. Troops here reinforcing, probably going to be seeing some healing there as well from FK9DD. Bit of quiet, grab the car point in, use being hit with the flamethrowers. Need to grab the medical supplies. And the Panzers there being routed, being simply swarmed here by FK9DD's forces. I mean, so far again, Angreifen's opening has not quite panned out the way he wanted to, I imagine, here versus FK9DD, to put it mildly. Looks like he's found here in eastwards, doesn't make gains there, so you realise again this has not really paid off in any way. He's probably paid more manpower than he's going to gain in terms of other resources by pushing out the west side here. So, yeah, heading eastwards I think is now the best move there for Angreifen, though he certainly does wisely, I think, in just trying to at least keep FK9DD tied up here in the west, so he can't easily just move to block that move as well, but still not the sharpest start there. Troops falling back here a bit. Reinforcements, we'll have to see what he does next. There'll probably be a truck, I imagine it's going to be the battle group headquarters. They could try the mechanized regiment, since on this map mechanized regiment is pretty good, much more open, much more room for the light vehicles to roam about and control. Panzers there being routed, seizing the point here. Sturmpanzers advancing as well. Can keep up pressure on the opponent. Back here, reinforcement, liking at that. As for FK9DD, he can consider soon upgrading with the SVT-40s, though he's in the first case prioritising flamethrowers and engineers, which certainly is a very cost-efficient upgrade as well for your engineers. Healing there, Panzer setting out again. Need to of course grab these 2 points as well. Looks like he's going to launch another western assault with his main infantry force here versus FK9DD. But yeah, pretty rough start there for Angreifen. The plan does just did not pan out. We got the try on the way there again. I'm guessing battle group headquarters, but it could be a surprise mechanized regiment because, I mean, field-wise, it's going to be some time off from a mechanized regiment anyways. But there you go, seizing these neatly. Panzerfleet using the ditches to advance safely. And looks like they're going to make another big push here for the CoH point. And trying again draw attention away here from the east, where potentially again you could always risk getting sort of hit hard. So all the way, pushing forward here, seizing points left and right. Need to be careful not to scatter out too thinly either, because FK9DD will of course just counter-attack and force in those more isolated units and destroy them. But now we got Student Pilots moving up out here. Looks like they're going to flank, maybe harass, cut off some more territory, and just try and disrupt FK9DD's defense. Truck out there. Not yet upgraded because we might be preoccupied with frontline matters. We got take up there for FK9DD already. Very good. There you go, hitting the other point, suddenly cutting off FK9DD from most of his territory. Very good. CoH point seized, grabbing the fuel point, bit of skirmishing here. He's trying to bait him away there. He doesn't want to take into heavy cover with his Panzerfleet, and more importantly, he doesn't want to have to fight around heavy cover near the engineers either, since they could very quickly punish Angreifen. So certainly handling this time, I think, a bit better round. Truck still standing. It could be a mechanized ring he's planning after all. We've got a academy effort, since he's, I imagine, starting to get at least a bit paranoid about light tanks and light vehicles. Country change forward to the Panzer here, taking damage. Got the units moving up as well. He quickly falls back. Probably because flamethrowers are AoE weapons. When this Panzer is being this close together, they're going to be easy targets for the flamethrowers. He's also looking to clearly focus his forces better here, and they're going to start retreating, realizing this is not going to work out. But still, it has an extent worked out. It's allowed Angreifen to seize at least parts of the map back, which is, you know, very helpful for Angreifen. And also cut off FK9DD from most of his forces. So even if it didn't work out fully, it ended up being a nice diversion. So at least this time around, it panned off somewhat. Truck there can upgrade to either mechanized or battle group headquarters. We'll have to see what ends up with the Angreifen, though. I'd say with that many Panzerfleets and the potential upgrade to 6-man squads, battle group headquarters will make a bit more sense. But again, we'll have to see. The FK9DD, though, having gone for airborne troops, has yet to utilize anything of it. No air-dropped weapons or weapon crates. Although, I mean, the Guards Airborne are a bit further off. Mechanized from the Angreifen is going to rely on light vehicles to try and mount a counter-attack here. I think a more spirited measure there versus FK9DD. Seizing points there. Sturm Pilots need to be careful still. They're liking to just draw up FK9DD's attention. But yeah, near heavy cover, the flamethrower is going to be absolutely brutal, and we do see the retreat there. Wisely getting out of there. Panzer is advancing, though. He pulled away Jürgen Arthur a bit too soon. He needs the rest of their friends. Otherwise, they're going to be easy targets. And there you go. Angreifen realizes the flaw there and pulls them back. Without pulling back the rest of the troops, is a mistake that occasionally happens for me, and just, you know, try to click it all, then for some reason the unit hadn't quite selected the one you want, plus a few more, and then you end up retreating all the wrong units as well, which is really uncomfortable and annoying. Fifth caliber there, well, Dishka being dropped in, it technically was the Soviet 5th caliber machine gun. Got grenades there, easily dodged here by FK9DD, but still he's looking to disrupt FK9DD's fuel flow, so at least that way trying to turn things around. FK9DD floating a lot of manpower apart, because I'm guessing they want to go for some Guards Airborne troops. That way put more pressure on Angreifen by adding in some more elite infantry, hitting the CoH point there, very nice. Though we got immediate counterattack there being launched. Are we seeing energy for the fleets going up there? None so far. None so far. Looks as close, but again, versus this in the current situation. Oh, niet, sucker blast. FK9DD has not finished it in true Soviet fashion. He kind of sort of left it hanging about. Academy for proving out the West fashion there. Sturm Pilots going for the CoH point. Oh well, late Soviet fashion, I guess. Troops are healing reinforcing. And there you go. Got the Guards Airborne out here. Quickly popping in. I imagine we'll be seeing the DP light machine gun, though, around the centre of the map. Submachine gun could also be a very good sort of choice here versus Angreifen. But again, I'm guessing that one. There we go. Finally, FK9DD gets engineers by the heels and pulls them back to their work to get it done. Angreifen adding in an MG34 there. Very good. Very good. Panzers moving up. They will have to see if Angreifen gets around to upgrading any of them here versus FK9DD. Quick grenade against the conscripts. Nicely work here. More grenades there. Further casualties inflicted. More damage. Troops being heavily suppressed here by the Dishka up close. And casualties, of course, are swiftly inflicted. Well, he can go for the looks and go for the Puma. I imagine, yeah, he's going to probably go for the Puma once the T-70 hits. No, he goes for the looks. He might change that once he sees the T-70. Then again, there's the potential he might just decide, you know what, I don't need it. Part of this could, of course, be all the Panzerfusiliers, which, I mean, in a pinch, he can upgrade with Panzerschrecks. So we'll see what it ends up with here for Angreifen versus FK9DD. Feldherrnhalle Panzergrenadiers versus the 6th Guards Tank Corps. T-70 almost done there for FK9DD. Looks halfway done. Need to get that machine gun out of there. Too many flamethrowers, but also that Dishka is absolutely wreaking havoc there, as the walls of that house is not particularly 50 caliber round proof. Big counterattack here from Angreifen, leading his Panzerfusiliers in a glorious assault here against the Marxist swine. Backed up by the MG34, and there we go. Do get the submachine gun team to also get grenades off here as he tries to throw off the assault there. In the end, though, his Guards Airborne, though, by Valiant and equipped with submachine guns, are tragically heavily outnumbered in this case by a lot more Panzerfusiliers and of course the MG34. In the west, though, he's made good progress there, though his Raketna I feel like is a bit overexposed. Looks is out, T-70 is yet to hit, and well, we'll see if he ends up regretting that. Of course, he might just be planning on using Panzerfusiliers with the Panzerschrecks. I mean, those can also be a pretty effective light vehicle counter. So we'll see what it ends up with him. And again, the looks, I think, in part just to counter the retreat of the MG34 to make it harder here for FK9DD to just immediately pursue. Seizing the western fuel point, nice play there. Medic kits up there for Angreifen. Though, of course, that ends up costing a bunch of missions, which does delay Panzerschrecks if that is truly what Angreifen plans for. Guards Airborne back here, ready to be reinforced with fresh Guards Airborne with submachine guns. Looks hold back for a few repairs. I don't think we have any mines down there from FK9DD. A few mines here and there could do a lot of good there versus Angreifen. We got here field gun up, so he's actually, well, not back to it, but he's just built that one at some point. Getting out a field gun, of course, is going to be a great choice there to help versus medium armor or light armor, and also later stuff there. He's probably aware of Angreifen's choice of ground offensive, so target tank course could very well be a potential, you know, threat to keep in mind of down the road. We'll have to see where those munitions end up. Like, what upgrades will Angreifen ultimately go for on his Panzerfusiliers? Because again, you know, a bunch of Panzerschrecks and a 5-man squad is pretty, in that way, solid. But another big push here, backed up with the light tank this time around. Angreifen leads the way for the fatherland. Hopefully out of the darkness. But there you go, got the Guards Airborne there, moving down the roads, spraying their lead at the fascists. Looks crashing through here. Clearing lanes of fire and hopefully not trying to get caught within range of an anti-tank rifle grenade. Anti-tank grenade. Alright, in a bold maneuver, Angreifen is committing to double Luxus. I mean, this is not something I expect from Angreifen at all, but there you go. There you go. Hey, fire the engineers, direct hit from the field gun on the Lux light tank. Or the reconnaissance tank to be specific. The Panzer direct had several variations on it. There was also a version with a 15mm gun but an open top turret because that gun would always be too big for the tank. Seeing points up north, there's also a version of the Panzer II that had 80mm of frontal armour. But second looks down there for Angreifen. Double looks from Angreifen. Again, not really something I'd expect that ever to see, but here we are. Panzer there, right next to the point they aren't grabbing. I guess he misclicked. MG34 needs to retreat. Season points here. Yeah, he's going to have to retreat. He might pop an anti-tank rifle grenade, which also still ends up delaying his Panzerschrecks a bit again. If that is what he's planning, I mean, I just can't quite figure out what he's up to here. We got actually a mine down there from FK9DD. Good work. Flanking around here in the centre, catching the disc catch in a pretty bad spot. And with double looks out, he could actually wipe it out there if he's too slow in retreating. Of course, the field gun here is going to prove a bit of a defense from Luxus our way, though. Heavy autocannon fire there, raking through the walls and windows. The disc machine gun crew is not having a fun time as they're getting absolutely plastered with all manner of heavy cannons fire. And we got a second T-70 from FK9DD in response to this, not a Echelon 6 or further tech up. He's going for another T-70, so suddenly this is turning into a light armoured engagement, a duel of reconnaissance tanks. And there you go, Guards Airborne suddenly find themselves deeply out of their element as they are now encountering infantry, but 2 light tanks, which they are absolutely not geared up for dealing with. We got G37 of the Vanguard, and we got one Panzer School has perished in service of Das Vaterland. So, MU-34 more, another Kettenwerfer. Alrighty. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what either of these two players are planning now. Except they're currently extending their, shall I say, their current stay at the tiers, rather than trying to take up here for bigger stuff. Mine dealt with it, probably remember where it was. Field gun T-center flying away there. MU-34 almost done here. We got 419 versus 4-1 in there. Good right hit on the Raket on the T-70. Line, there we go. Line, well, anti-tank rifle grenade there. Nasty hit. Field gun opening up my Kettenwerfer. MU-34 setting up here. T-7 on the other side there. How will I back to there we go. We got the double Luxus going for the T-7. It's already damaged. Hammering away at with the autocannons. Like people trying to play 3 blind mice and a mouse piano. And they successfully pull it off. Another Kettenwerfer there for Angreifen almost done. So that's a bit of a blow. That's FK9DD. Shot 1 light tank versus 2 enemy light tanks. How will FK9DD react to this? Will he take up? Will he just try and push out more T-70s? Will he go for Su-6s? As for Angreifen, I figure, you know, he might want to take up soon and, you know, commit to something a bit more armoured. I mean, I suppose this could be part of a strategy to actually try and stall for the Tiger. I mean, that'd be interesting. I mean, double Luxus, double Kettenwerfers, and then into Command Tiger for the Orbital Commando Vest. I was going for the Puma, though. I'm a bit lost again. But, again, this could all be part of some sort of weird Command Tiger stall strategy or whatever. As for FK9DD, I mean, there needs to be some plan soon, I hope. Oh wait, it looks as they're heading a conscript there with quite a few casualties inflicted. MU-34 then Church delivering a Teutonic sermon there. We got the disco moving up, we got the field gun there hanging back. I mean, at some point FK9D might want to consider more to just help deal with some all of Angreifen's support weapons that are being dug in. Plus smoke screens never hurt either. Pool moving up there for Angreifen. The 234-2 is also known. It was also, I think, the only variant of the 234 that actually had a name. The others didn't have a name. I might be wrong, admittedly. MU-34, they're falling back. We got the Lux hammering away here. We got the field gun setting up. In the east, we got the Lux moving up here as well to back up the first one once more. But taking the red hit from the field gun, it may not last much longer. Moving up in the center, got the MU-34 flying the conscripts, who did gain intelligence there vital to FK9DD's course, and that is he saw the Puma with them. Hopefully he paid attention. Comrade FK9 Dyatlov. What did you call me? DD. Alright. We saw Puma. What? We saw Puma. I don't know what you saw. I don't care. Anyways, mechanized armor company up there, so he's going to be pushing for armor. Very good. Sturmpony is there being hounded by the guards airborne, but the Lux proves to be superior. As most light tanks tend to be in front of infantry with only submachine guns and grenades. Second field gun FK9DD. So what will Angreifen go for? Flares off here. Wonder where that flare is from now. I'm guessing the Panzer Fusiliers. That's really the only solution there. Also, we got a rally point up here from FK9DD. Not very often you see that one. I think that's the second time I've seen someone build that so far. Set up to their fort retreat point as well. And can also airdrop in medical supplies to it. Push for the CoH point here. FK9DD a bit under defensive versus Angreifen, and the Feldherrnhalle Panzer going to be shown. The assault of the 6th Guards Tank Corps has stalled. Back here, stuff done. We also got repair pioneers up on the mechanized regiment there for Angreifen. We'll obviously, when he begins building up that Schwer Panzer Quartier, can't imagine he's going to be much longer off it. Well, of course, he's shot on field once he gets there. You know, he's just building it, and there you go, light field with them murdered. Steals it. Actually, he could have just salvaged it, but in this case, Angreifen decides he wants it. Obviously a bit of a problem there for FK9DD, since there's of course two sides to this. A, he just lost a field gun, and B, Angreifen gained a field gun, meaning just the overall weight of anti-tank fire suddenly went overwhelmingly in favour of Angreifen, which is a bit of a problem there for FK9DD. Jamie also considers he's got a Puma on top of the two light kidnaps and an field gun. I mean, he's actually got a lot of anti-tank firepower. That could actually disrupt the push there by FK9DD. So FK9DD is going to need to do something about this. Also, if he continues to sort of fight a grinding fight here around the centre with Angreifen, he might want to try and sort of play around here instead. Also remember to protect his western fuel, which Angreifen is once more gobbling up. Looks falling back there. We got Sandbags got in the centre there. Not a bad idea though, but under cover of the German machine guns, it is at the current moment though actually a less good idea. But like if there weren't German machine guns covering it, it would be a solid idea. In fact, most things can be considered a bad idea if you have to do them under cover of, you know, enemy German machine guns. It doesn't really matter what it is. If you're under fire from a German machine gun, it's probably not a good idea. Puma there falling back. Still doing good down to the T-70 field and almost done here. Ooh, hits the truck in front of which turned out to be surprisingly durable from the Orbital Blitz. Probably part of the run that's made out of titanium for some reason. Obviously none were actually done that, but you know, part of me wouldn't be surprised if somehow like there was a mess up somewhere. It actually happened. Heinz, are you sure we want to make these Orbital Blitzes out of titanium? Yeah, apparently that's what it says. Okay. Anyways, making our stomach to get our T-3476. I'm going to soon begin building out the straight up planted quarters and begin preparing for the command tiger. We do have the mortar, and that's already there throwing some wrenches into Angreiffen's plan. Almost takes out a Obersoldaten, or Panzer escort. No Obersoldaten yet, though. T-3476 on the way. Lux is repulsed from the centre. Okay, I was trying to creep up, quick repulsed, but FK9DD needs to work, grab back some fuel. We've got airdrops here, medical and otherwise. We also got mobilized research going for the Conscripts, very good there. One squad is definitely upgraded. In fact, most have them up by now, actually. So there we go. Reinforcements are plenty there for FK9D. The Fort Rally Point here is definitely proving to be quite useful for him. There we go, T-3476 out. That does give FK9D a bit more firepower though again. Angreifen's got a lot of anti-tank weapons, so it's going to find a bit of difficulty finding, I think, traction at times, and he's going to probably find himself very much helping when someone get rid of the Puma first, or I don't clear out any of the anti-tank weapons. He just needs to somehow lessen the overall saturation of anti-tank firepower that Angreifen currently controls for that T-34, I think, to sort of really move freely. Sturmpike from 14.5 from T-70 and the T-3476. We've got more sandbags here this time, safer away from German machine guns, but can also form up a more stronger defensive point. Nice play there by FK9DD. Thumbs up. Going back to Western points again here, though he might also want to put more pressure on the right flank. I mean, he could probably sneak away with some armor pressure there to sort of try and force away Angreifen from here, who's definitely digging in. Shroud punted quarters behind the church or in front of it, depending on your perspective. Field gun there firing away there, half H-22. We definitely got a strong point here, and a strong point is that the basis of trying to, you know, again, fight over this centre victory point, but again, now the players exerting a lot of effort there on the side, so we can finally see some effort happening here, and of course there, so changes are coming. We also got all now and Angreifen head tank as to sort of put together, 2 Raketenwerfer, 1 field gun, and a Puma, making any anti or armoured assault head on is likely going to be absolutely horrific. And we got another metal supplies here dropping in for FK9DD and the 6th Guards Tank Corps, receiving plenty of air support there from the Red Army Aviation, or whatever it's called, Red Army Air Force. I think they had a bunch of those things. Anyways, we got the T-72 about there, close 22. Note he's spotting head this time. Probably does not run into a lot of German anti-tank weapons, which really makes a lot of sense. Now then, we'll have to see what Angreifen plans next. I'm guessing it's going to be the Command Tiger, though Angreifen can and probably will surprise. MD-54 movement on the right flank against the Conscripts there, not really going to make fast progress there. Of course, the Luxes can quickly change that. He's also diverting the Puma to assist the Luxes here. Good move there. They do work well together. In fact, 2 Luxes and 2 Pumas is a surprisingly effective force, though it does require a bit of management to handle all those light vehicles correctly, but they can actually take on a surprisingly large amount of things then. Comes going to be trouble. We got a second mortar out here, so he's pretty much just getting ready for sort of slower warfare, and Angreifen is going to be short on artillery comparatively, so theoretically should be able to dominate the area around the centre. He could even theoretically try and take out the Schwerpanzer Corps with the double mortars, though it is going to be a slow process, but it's not going to be impossible. Up here in the east of the Luxors are being just absolutely bullish here, executing the conscripts out in the open to stand no chance of surviving. In fact, too slow there by FK9DD. Panzer is joining in, and that's a full wipe there on FK9D's conscripts. Bit of a blow there to the 6 Guards tank corps. Okay, we have a field creeping on the west side. We got a mortar fire raining down here, direct hit. Of course, with double mortars, the FK9D can quickly saturate an area with mortar fire and leave a lot of Germans, or even a few Germans steady if they're not cautious. Still, he has definitely dug in around here, intent on defending it to the last man, to the last bullet. Panzer is flanking about. He's going to try and slightly outmaneuver his opponent. Not bad. They might want to keep some light vehicle support. He could try and use it as a diversion, then launch an immediate vehicle assault through the west. There you go. We got the mortars now beginning to try and take out the Schwerpanzer quarters. So again, there's a bit of potential that I'm going to get punished for this sort of setup. But again, it's going to take some time. You might be noticing the two mortars are not doing a ton of damage with this, both shots hitting there. So it will take a bit of a time, but at the same time, it's kind of, there they go, T-54 joining for some extra shots. Just really taking a lot of shots. It's quickly taking a lot of damage. You've got the rocket strikes in here. Hitting the Luxors a bit, doing some damage here. Nothing huge, but nonetheless, it is quickly chewing through the health here of the Schwerpanzer quarters. Which then be a bit unfortunate there for Angreifen. There go, Pumaing up the right flank, going for the T-7. Then nice work, though. In this case, gets a bit too excited, and he's likely going to lose the Puma here to the Dishka or whatever armor's nearby. Schwerpanzer quarters there being, I think, repaired by the Sturmpanzers, and then again the Sturmpanzers may just want to retreat before they get annihilated, since they are awfully close, of course, to it, and of course they're also within range of the mortars. There you go, he goes for it. Nonetheless, he's going to try. He's going to risk it, and he's close actually to maybe salvaging the Puma, but with the armor piercing rounds being switched on for the Dishka, I don't think that's going to happen unless it takes too slow to do it. Oh, he actually did it. That is ridiculously lucky there for Angreifen. Going for the Panzer IV though. He's about to lose his Sturmpanzer. I'm guessing he just want to get something out before it gets destroyed, though he probably could have gone for some Obersladen sooner, which I think would have been a great idea. Looks like on the left side here, need to be careful with the T-34, and of course I need support here for it. Field being hauled forwards. Looks down, quite a blow there to Angreifen. Panzer IV almost done. Mortars firing at other targets around the Schwerpanzer quarters. Of course, that could quickly change. Moving up the west side here, the Panzer facilities. Panzer almost done. Almost done. More medical supplies. And there we go. Schwerpanzer quarters down. And he also loses access to the command Tiger. But he did get the Panzer IV on time. That's probably why I went for the Panzer IV. He realised he would not be able to, keep it around the luck to get out the command Tiger. So, in this regard, Angreifen's aggressive positioning of the Schwerpanzer quarters was safely punished there by FK9DD. I may just to give him a bit of an extra, since that's a lot of resources down. But also, more importantly, that's kind of one of Angreifen's bigger cards there, basically knocked out of his hand. Panzer here by the western field point. Got the T-34 going to deal with that. Of course, got another one on the way. So with this, FK9D can also, I think, more easily just build up an arm advantage versus his opponent, which of course is really good for him. The victory points, he is behind Angreifen here and probably needs to do some work to catch up there. And I think he needs to begin leaving the comfort of the centre, because he risks, just having most of his forces there, which allows Angreifen then control the countryside around the centre and just, get the rest of the victory points taken up, plus just get more fuel, so he can easily just build on those Schwerpanzer quarters and go for another command Tiger. So FK9D does need to put more effort in on the sides, but there you go. You can see the small swarm there, vehicles and tanks moving eastwards here with the Guards Airborne. There we got a T-70, a lone T-70 moving in to try and stop that. And obviously, at most it's going to, buy a few seconds, but it's not going to stop them. And I think here, if FK9D realises T-70 is deeply outnumbered and deeply outclassed, and just gets the devil out of there. CC in the eastern point here with the punch of the Guards Airborne. And the T-70 went down, but it will blow there to FK9DD and the Red Army. There we go, retreating them in the face of the German light vehicles and armor. Basil being very playful all of a sudden. Bit the wrong time for that. This is a bit busy, Basil. Okay, now for that. Creeping up, taking the cutoff point again. Conscious Mortar moving out there, slightly advancing the further to put more pressure on Angreifen that way, but he's still not exerting a lot of control of the countryside, which I really think should be FK9's main priority, rather unless he hopes to just somehow keep dragging Angreifen towards the centre and murder him with the mortars and whatnot. That's all. Be quiet. Panzer's moving eastwards. T-34-76, virtually too good to go. He can soon go for another one, though. I suppose with the Panzer IV now, he may ultimately bring up at least one HU-5 or some HU-6s to provide anti-tank support of a more nasty kind. Big push there with more G for the freewheeling Panzer. There you go. We got the Guards Airborne joining as well. There's 7 kills for T2, 8 kills. Grenades here on the field gun, trying to clear it out, but it's not quite working out. There we go. Panzer is routed by the T-34-76 and the Guards Airborne. Directed in the looks, T2 by the way, in the west. Bit of quiet there, we got an enemy photo got in the point, but that can easily be steamrolled by the T-34-76 and pushed off. Units there are quiet. Stukas was around Angreifen deciding some artillery to that way, try and blast his way through the centre. That actually makes a lot of sense. But there you go, MD-34 spotted. We got the T-34-76 by 2 moving in, and that could end up badly for the MD-34 if it A gets unlucky. It just, it's too slow. But there you go. Angreifen retreats in time. Bringing up the T-34-76 on the west side. He's getting control of the countryside. He's getting control of most of the map. That's very good. And an issue found for FK9DD to deal with fascist armour. Very good, very good. And Basil's currently sitting in front of the lamp like he's some sort of interrogator. Where is the cat food, Comrade Dean? Please inform us. We'll have to do unspeakable things to you. Got the Panzers being hit, their Guards Airborne nearby as well. Puma there, somehow phasing through the Panzer IV. Obviously, just a delusion. Panzer IV pulling back, their country being routed. HU-5 tanks are rank for FK9DD. That's a problem there for Angreifen's Panzers. Panzer IV running about, and there you go. Got the Sugars Fuss trying to unleash hell here with 6 large rockets. And there we go. Nasty casualties there. Mortar wiped. Country squad almost annihilated. Probably only being a 7-man squad saved them there. Dishka and Mortar crew number 2 survived, but they're certainly a bit worse for wear. That was one hell of a strike there from the Sugars Fuss with a total of 13 kills in 1 strike. That's going to be a bit difficult to beat. It's going to be a bit difficult to beat. I mean, FK9DD, I think, have to otherwise have deliberately just bunched up his men in such a manner as to sacrifice the Stukas of first casualties for it to be otherwise more effective than that. Oh, he certainly got punished just lining up that like that on the line. Puma taking a lot of hits there from the issue to find the field gun, almost taken out there. Very good here for FK9DD, though, of course, less good for Angreifen. Yorwell needs to, I think, try and flank more. So currently, I think, just trying to break through FK9DD where strongest, and that's obviously not working out in Angreifen's favour. T-34, they're going for it. He's flanking and ramming. Looks moving on the other side. Artillery airstrike being called in on it. And he gets it. And the Krakenman's going to be forced away. But I think the T-34 is going to go down first. Basil being a naughty kitty. Trying to play with cables he's not supposed to play with. course. It's a bit of a damn cat that doesn't know anything about electricity. T4 rushing in, and we got the Stukas was down here. Those are a critical blow there to Angreifen. Alongside the loss was Panzer 4. He's now down 1 Stukas a fuss. T-34 down. Mortar fire running down, and you need to grab the eastern point. Bit of quiet here, but that was very nasty. Angreifen's now calling in a lot more Panzer Fusiliers. Imagine him gone for some Oberstdorf while he could have. He's routed here by a big Panzer to push them to the east. Munitions cache out the FK9DD is an interesting choice at this point, but I'm guessing you feel like he doesn't need more fuel for like a lot more armor, though more armor might help. Puma moves ahead, they're going straight for the HD5. If you can somehow get past the HD5's front there, of course you can win. There you go. Use this aim shot there to blind the gunner and stun the crew to get behind him. We got the field nearby covering up, but still, he might have a shot here taking out the HD5 here. Shot fire, missed. Looks moving up, backed up by the Kednefers. Puma landing another shot there. And Puma down. We got veteran field in the looks. And the H5 goes down there, bit of blow that FK9. He's got no vehicles left, though. All Angreifen's left is now is a veteran 3 looks. Of course, still has a bunch of infantry, but you know, they're quite vulnerable to the machine gun and the mortars if he can't keep up the pace of the assault fast enough. And there he goes, almost got the field. In fact, he gets 24 in the looks, but the Disco there is blasting away there. Veteran 3 might have a shot taking up by 2, pops out. On pitching off, there you go. Smoke screen called in here, very good. Comes to the there we go, pelting with anti-tank grenades, and it's abandoned. Oh no. Or if you have FK9DD, oh yes. Another T-54 on the way for him. He's going to try and grab it. I think he is. Panzer there getting blasted by FK9DD's mortars. More Panzers plus the Sturmpanzer moving in there. On the head fire from the Dishka. There you go. He can't use the target due to the building being in the way. So FK9DD will actually, I think, be able to get the looks back in working order and turn against Angreifen. That's going to be quite uncomfortable for him. Plus, we've got the T-54 from 6 out. That's going to be fair. Then comfortable for Angreifen. Again, he's now just down to like Kednevs and the field guns. Going for another Puma feels a bit point like a desperate move there. Bit of a desperate move. T-54 from 6 moving out. Seizing the point at least with the guards, Airborne and the conscripts. And you feel being routed here by the T-54 from 6. Field gun here going to bombard some of his positions here. Halfway to the ace level on the German field gun. Ooh, almost got the Dishka there, but a bit too slow there in the distraction. But he's now also within range of both mortars, which is obviously less good here. There you go. Like T-54 gun machine to line of fire, the field guns and like Kedneffer. But there you go. Soviet looks moves on the flank here, but the T-54 goes down first. It looks like it's going to fall back before it gets knocked out, and it could actually risk getting knocked out here by the anti-tank fire, but gets lucky it doesn't happen. Partially this running in towards the western victory point. We've got 129 versus 225. T-54. Number who knows what, it's on the way to FK9DD. Nasty mortar hit in like Kedneffer. We got 8 and we got 4 kills. There we go, counter with the paratroopers moving in the east side here. Dishka moving up, 23 kills, Ace, very good, but less good is the encountering 2 ace Panzerfleet scored for the D-43s, which are quickly going to wreck through the Dishka crew, as if it's no one else's business. A bit of a mistake there by FK9DD, though he still has a notable arm advantage, and may not end up being as bad, but still, losing a veteran heavy machine gun crew versus the Germans is a bit bad. People on the western side, good to go. Oh, close to getting a wipe, but it does escape death. For now, at least. Who knows? It may still end up dead. T-34 exchange with MG34 here, halfway to eventually flee and route it. T-34 moving up straight into the now ace level field gun there from Angreifen. But we got the Consul moving in. Taking forwards there, and we got mortar firing down here as well on Angreifen into tank position, which is definitely being harried aggressively here by FK9DD and the 6 Guards tank corps. On the east side, Panzer with Sturm Panic support moving in. 74 points left here for Angreifen. A desperate stand here by the western main artillery road here is not looking good there for Angreifen. There goes into the T-34 and take with the Puma. Thankfully nothing else nearby, otherwise they could rescue the Puma very fast. Oh dear. Mortar firing down to the open road, causing grievous casualties amongst Angreifen's panzers as they try to attack forwards into the now wrecked town centre. Choked on corpses and wrecked tanks. And sandbags. Free guns are going to bombard here the scattered remnants of Angreifen's infantry. FK9DD go for another T-34 once he wants to. May have called decided not to do it. And there you go, Luke's in the east. It's going to go down to the Puma. Will it get abandoned again? No, it'll stay dead this time around. Looks a flaming wreckage. Back here, reinforcement healing. The situation for Angreifen and the Feltenhalle Panzer Division is looking a bit rubbish. Bit of quiet here, as I imagine Angreifen trying to figure out some plan that can get him out of this mess, but the odds are certainly looking a bit rough. I mean, otherwise, he's still got a larger force, but the support weapons that FK9DD have raid plus his armor advantage does concede him some advantage, whereas Angreifen currently is lacking artillery. He's got nothing like it, and he hasn't been able to steal his opponent's mortars either, so the situation in that way is a bit rough. But it seems like he's intending on making another head-on assault round the train, so he can pull off a deep flank, get round here, and then sort of hit some of the support weapons from an angle where they aren't ready. So I'm guessing he might be worried about mines, which is certainly a natural worry, but FK9DD, though, is not a big miner. He seemingly does not believe in the power of mines much. Graham Neeson victory point here is to the Ken going through the centre, which seems a bit silly. See, they're right next to all the mortars. But there you go, wrecking the cover that the Kenneth Pool moving in. We got 7 points left here for Angreifen. Kenneth cleared out. He's managed to buy himself a bit of time. He's down to 4 versus 225. 3 points. He's still bleeding now. If he can just contest one of the points, then they're now halted at 2. Puma clears it out. But we got more counters charging forward. They can get the point back. We got Panzers charging in as well here. Puma almost taken out. Puma down. Field gun moving in. Might try and close quarters barrage before it gets annihilated. The centre just keeps getting choked with corpses, and something just got sent flying there. We're still at 2 points left here. Can Angreifen win this? Does he still have hope here? Guards Airborne though, moving in. Engineers from another side there go retreating. He's moving in. Fresh Panzers there again. Also Ace and MG34 as well here. He's putting in everything on that point, ignoring the western one, by the way. Now that looks like Angreifen, he's not giving up then. That certainly is a characteristic of Angreifen. He tends to just fight to the last victory point a lot of the time. Can win in matches, but sometimes obviously I guess just waste of everyone else's time. There you go. Lost the Panzer squad. He's charging another one there. He desperately wants that point. Though again, he's ignoring the western one. Looks is halfway down there for Angreifen. Oh dear. Forced retreat here. Could bombard here with the field gun. I think at least close quarters troop. T-34 nearby. Reinforcing. We'll hit troops. Very good. Panzer Sturm has been wiped out there. Oh dear. Excruciating casualty for Angreifen. So many dead. So many dying. There we go. I would say that's GG. And there you go, Angreifen drops out. A victory for the Soviet Union, a loss for the German army here on Arnhem Checkpoint, with huge casualties on both sides. I would say primarily by Angreifen. Overall, I think he handled sort of the early mid-game well, but the problem is the position of the Schwerpanzer quarters, which he managed to place within mortar range, and FK9DD basically seized upon this and hurt Angreifen badly, and Angreifen, I think, was not really able to sort of get back from that. Stuttgart wasn't, I think, in theory was a nice choice, but as he kept focusing on the centre and, didn't bring up more armour otherwise, I think he ended up sort of losing out too much to this. FK9DD was able to slowly turn around the game there, so nicely played there on both sides, but in the end, FK9DD, I think, played with fewer mistakes. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell your enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.